he started panicking, like, I'm just like, calm down, because I'd never been pulled over before, so like, I'd never gotten a like traffic violation or anything, so I was nervous, and I'm like, calm down, and then, yeah, we pulled over.
So
How does it feel to see him here?
It's cool.
Did you ever think you'd see him again?
No, like, not really, like, I know, like, I saw that, like, my post had gone, like, just everywhere, and, like, I saw a lot of people started tagging him, and I was like, well, at least he knows we're great, you know, grateful for it, so.
And it seems like Kyler's cool with him.
Yeah.
So
He heard his name. That's so funny.
take us back to the situation in that day and that time. You pulled over. He says, "I'm pulling you over." You ran a red light.
Mhm.
So take us into what happened after that and what started to go on.
He came up, asked for my driver's license and insurance. I got that, gave it to him, and immediately my fiance was like, "Do you think we can get a warning? Because we don't know what we're gonna do." And like, I don't know if he heard him or not, but he started to walk back to his car, but stopped right away and was looking at the car seat, and he told me to step out of the car, and got really nervous. So I stepped out of the car. Honestly, I thought I was about to do a sobriety test, because that's what I thought you step out of the car for. And he started pointing out the car seat and how it, you know, the padding wasn't good, the straps we couldn't get, they were all twisted, and we couldn't get them to tighten. And
So did you think at that point in time, "Oh my God, not only that, now I've got another ticket"?
yeah, and I started to stress out a little bit. Well, he'd already told me he was just gonna give me a warning about the red light. He was more concerned about the car seat, and I started worrying, you know, because I know it looks bad, like, but it was all we could afford at the time, and it just, I felt bad, and I explained, you know, what the situation was, and he started trying to, you know, he said he normally doesn't do this, and, you know, got in the back, he literally was in, like, my back seat, like, crawled into the back seat and was trying to, like, get the car seat to properly, like, secure Kyler, and we kind of realized it just wasn't gonna happen.
So then after that, obviously you tried. He said that you couldn't get any other way. There was no other means.
yes,
So he walks into Walmart and buys you a car seat.
yeah.
What impact? What are you feeling at that point?
Honestly, at first I didn't really know, like, because all he had said was, you know, for me, he said, "Mom, get baby, and Dad, come over, you know."
Come over here with me, and next thing I knew, they got in the car and drove off, and I was kind of, and then I kind of started putting it together as I was sitting there, and I was like, well, there's no other officers like watching me like as backup, so I'm not in trouble. And I realized, I put it together, and I started changing Kyler's diaper. He'd also pointed out how like anything in the car was a projectile, and if we got into a wreck, could hit the baby. And so while they were at Walmart, I cleaned everything out the car. Anything that was in the car, I put it in the trunk. And I was changing Kyler's diaper, and they pulled back up with the car seat, and he showed my fiance how to properly install it, how to put the baby in it, how to take him out of it, how to, you know, properly. And he said, read the manual, you know, go straight home. I guess he told Adam, "I'll know if you don't go straight home." So we went straight home, but he was very, you know, like just encouraging about read the manual. I want you to know how this car seat works. Because honestly, before that, I didn't even know like that you were supposed to, like, there was even a button to push to loosen it and all that. I didn't know that.
So now,
After learning of all the risks your baby was had in the car that you weren't aware of, and after seeing that he brought out that car and he wasn't asking you for money for it, what did you tell him? What was going through your head, through your heart?
I was honestly, at first I was a little confused. My mom had actually called me at that point, and I was like,
You know, she's like, "What's going on?" I was like, "I'm pulled over. I've got, you know, I ran a red light, and we already knew the car seat wasn't, like, I got it off of a Facebook garage sale site, and, so my mom had said she was gonna, my mom's on disability, so her money's limited too. So for Christmas, she was gonna get him a car seat, and we were just gonna kinda tough it out until then, and, but we didn't know it was as bad as it was. And at first I was a little embarrassed, you know, because it seems kinda like poor parenting, but, I was just grateful, and honestly, when I wrote my post, I didn't expect it, like, honestly, I didn't even expect anybody that wasn't on my friends list to see it, like, I didn't know it was gonna go everywhere, and
Nicole, why do you think it did touch people the way that it did?
Honestly, with like a lot of the, you know, violence that's going on, like,
you know, police officers shooting, you know, citizens shooting police officers. There's a lot of like misjudgment, especially my fiance. He does not have the greatest opinion about law enforcement. But I mean, I'd never heard him talk about an officer like he did. When we pulled off, he's like, that is the coolest thing I've ever seen. Like, that changes, you know. I really can say, you know, not all cops are bad. Like,
In your life, has anyone helped you out like this?
I mean, my mom helps me, you know, to the best she can, but not like a complete stranger like that.
Officer Raina, you're hearing that. She said no one in her life has helped her out like this, a stranger. What does that mean to you?
You know, I don't know. I don't know that I necessarily have words for it. You know, you asked me earlier, what could we take away from that? Is just realize that we all have a past. We all have lives, and you know, again, we all need grace sometimes. Sometimes that just needs to be handed out. You tell me to be quiet.
And Nicole, Kyler is going to grow up. Are you going to tell him about this experience?
Oh yeah, like I'm gonna show him, you know, video. I recorded the TV last night when I was on. I was like, oh look, Kyler, you're old. My mom messaged me. She was like, he's the star on the TV. Like,
yeah, like I'm gonna show him and tell him, you know, you know, my kids are
I have a 6-year-old daughter. She knows, you know, that you know, we've taught her police are good. Police are the good guys. That's who you go to if somebody's trying to hurt you.
and I mean we'll do the same with him, and we'll be able to show him, look, you know, what are you doing?
Officer Raina, do you usually give warnings? Are you the softie?
I don't know if you heard that from the back of the room. Not necessarily.
No.
ma'am.
Okay, but this time you said, yeah.
Well, this time we had there's a bigger purpose. We had a different issue to deal with, and it got taken.
You saw the car seat when we ran the red light, correct?
No, I didn't see.
Oh, you
I
didn't
didn't
see
see
it
him in
there?
the car at all whenever they ran the red light. So, you know, had that not been an issue, she'd have gotten a ticket. But we found another issue that we had to deal with, and it got dealt with.
So to you, it did make sense to ticket somebody for a car seat that they couldn't afford because they probably couldn't afford the ticket.
You know, that wasn't even the thought process. The thought process was we were dealing with his car seat. It was a chilly Saturday. The wind was blowing real bad. You know, my purpose was to get the car seat installed properly, get Kyler in the car, and get them on their way as quickly as possible.
You know, he related to us like actual, you know, like as equals. He, you know, talked, you know, about, you know, his daughter and how, you know, how, you know, he has a 16-month-old daughter, and talked about that. And, you know, after, you know, we were saying thank you and all, you know, I wanted to make sure I got his name, and, you know, I asked what his name was, and he was like, Officer Raina. Like, he was talking to us not as, you know, oh, I'm higher above you guys, you know. He was talking to us as his equal, like, and that was very, it showed a lot of respect. And